Oh, nice lie. I mean, who rakes these things? The rake should go in the bunker. Right in a rake mark. No sand. Oh, now there's sand? So inconsistent. Taking it unplayable. We're back with another lesson from the bunkers. I hope you get my humor in the opening clips of this video. But these are all things that I've heard in my 5 years here from the Golf and Greens Committee, from individual members about our bunkers. I may be biased. I personally think they're great. We strive for consistency, and I know it's one of the biggest talking points when it comes to our golf course. So the biggest thing I see, I did a bunker video last year with Ryan, and it was very quick, very short. I want to go a little bit more in depth about bunker play, hitting out of bunkers, proper techniques, things like that. So the first thing we have to talk about are our tools that we use. Now, I'm always going to suggest in a bunker that we use our most lofted wedge. At least practice with that one so that we have at least one shot that can safely get us out of bunkers. I've got two 60-degree wedges right here that are both from the same manufacturer, same year, same model, very different. So this one in my right hand here has 4 degrees of bounce. This one in my left hand has 12 degrees of bounce. What is bounce? Bounce is the angle underneath the club. If I hold this straight up and down, from the bottom of the club to the leading edge is 4 degrees. This one is 12. Best way I can say that is that this one with 4 degrees, with very little bounce, acts more like a knife. Okay, the one with 12 degrees of bounce acts more like a spoon, right? These wedges are designed like spoons. If you can imagine a spoon going into the sand with the bottom of it, it's going to bounce out very quickly or just kind of skim the top of the sand, whereas a knife's going to dig right down into that sand. So whether you have a 4 degree or 12 degree or somewhere in between there, we have to understand how to make this club work a little bit more like a spoon or a knife, depending on our situation. So again, that bounce angle underneath the club, the more we open the face of the club, the greater that number gets, right? Now I've got maybe 30 degrees of effective bounce on this wedge. Same with the other one, even though it has less, I can still open it up and create more. So depending on the lie I have, okay, can determine how I want to play this shot. We have to also remember that bunkers are hazards, or we're not supposed to be here if we're trying to, that's why they're on the golf course. We got to have a shot to help get us out of them. So on my left here, I have raked this bunker, so the top inch or so with this rake is very soft. It's very fluffy under there, okay? The fluffier the sand, the more my knife is going to go into it, the knife being the leading edge. So I'm going to I'll use both of these wedges. I'll use this wedge for both of them. This is my 12-degree bounce one, which I suggest. Bounce is your friend, okay? I'm going to open this club up just a little bit to give myself a little bit more bounce, a little bit more loft. And we know, if you watch my last video, our goal here is to hit a couple inches behind. Now, why is bunker play so difficult? I think, or at least for somebody that doesn't practice, is the fact that everything we've done in our golf swing, when I give lessons on the tee, chipping, every 99% of the swings we make, we are trying to hit the ball before the turf, okay? We've ingrained this in our system. Hit ball before turf, hit ball before turf. As soon as I get in a bunker, I'm gonna tell you to do the opposite. Hit the ground before you hit the ball. That is uncommon. That's not what we've trained or practiced doing, unless you practice a lot of bunker shots. So, looking for a couple inches behind the ball. This is a little bit softer sand. I'm gonna add a little bit of bounce. I said in my last video, I wanna make a very vertical swing that gives myself the best chance to hit that ground right there. I'm going to trust that the back of the club, the spoon that I have, is going to bounce off that turf so that I don't just dig right in and take a whole bunch or get all the way down to the bottom, okay? Ball's in the front, aiming wrong. Pick it up, hit a couple inches behind, pop it right out right there. That was a good shot, and you can see my divot started right on the line. Now, big thing I see a lot of with people is when the perception of no sand, too much sand, whatever it might be, okay? If I open the face of this club, I utilize that bounce, and I'm a little bit more shallow, I'm not as steep. More commonly than not, I see people hit way too far behind the ball. With an open face, with this spoon, I come in shallow, I hit too far behind the ball, what's gonna happen? The club actually bounces off the sand, hits the middle of the ball, and it goes screaming over the green, okay? People go, no sand in this bunker, I couldn't get it out, right? Well, there's a whole lot of sand right there. We just kind of skimmed the top, bounced up to it. So if you want to understand bunker play, or at least your flaws in the bunker, how to get better, always check your entry point. There's one drill that I do over anything in the bunker. Draw a line. Can I hit the line? Can I start? Oh, way too far behind. I need to get my weight more left. That was better. That was great, right? So on and so forth. Can I hit that line? If I can't hit that line, it probably was me who made that bad swing. I either took too much or too little, so on and so forth, okay? Now let's think about this the opposite way. I have dug with the back of this rake, and I have made this very, very firm. I'll even step down on it a bunch with my golf spikes here to make it as firm as I possibly can, okay? As a golfer, we get the benefit of using our feet. When I take a setup here, I can dig in. Is this bunker a little firmer? Is it soft? Did we just get a rain? Is it early in the morning and maybe the sprinklers got a little bit of this bunker? Every bunker, as much as we strive to be consistent, is its own microenvironment. Whether it sees sunlight, whether it sees more shade, whether it slopes more, whether it's flatter, does it collect water, does it the water harder to get away or evaporate if it's in the shade, so on and so forth. We're going to strive to be consistent, but it's darn near impossible just with the layout of the golf course and where certain bunkers are. So now I've got a firmer lie. I can see it right there. I can see it's firm. I might dig my feet in and feel very firm. Now I need to use the knife. I got to get underneath this ball. So instead of opening the face a ton where it's going to bounce right off this firm, I'm going to keep it a little more square in my setup. Understand that it's going to come out hotter. There's less resistance, right? I'm not going through soft sand where it's going to slow my club down. This one's going to be a little firmer. I don't need to swing as hard, okay? More square face, a little bit less of a swing. Technique's the same. I bring it up, I bring it down. That ball came out pretty soft, ran out a little bit, but I was still able to hit the right shot given that I got the information and I used the tool correctly. It's a long-winded video, but I hope this helps understand bunker play a little bit better and how to hit different shots and how to use the tool correctly to hit more shots from the bunker and also understand how to play from different lies in the bunker. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you out here.